Welcome to Blacklace Bone,
where we talk about everything that's spooky, kooky, and a little bit creepy,
with a mix of cutesy.
On today's episode,
we are going to do a horror script that was generated by AI. More specifically, ChatGPT.
Well, okay, so to start off, the title that was generated was called The Mirror.
Ooh.
Not too bad of a start. Okay, now the characters. You have Claire, who's in her 30s, a skeptical, practical woman with a sharp wit.
So pretty much just awesome person.
Yeah. And then Elliot, in his 30s, also Claire's brother, quiet and reserved with a keen interest in the supernatural.
Ooh. So Shan's going to be playing Claire, and I'm going to play Elliot because I can deepen my voice as much as I can. While Shan's mostly just more feminine energy.
Anyone who knows me would severely disagree with you, but okay.
If you put us two together, yes, you have the more feminine energy than I do.
Until you dress up, then it's like...
Yeah, it can mix between. But literally, I just put in, write me a short horror script with 2 characters. That's all I put. So, this is what is generated. We have skimmed through it. We haven't read it fully. We haven't rehearsed it. This is literally raw footage of us reading it, and we're going to try and act it the best as we can as our scare acting. Hopefully, it will sound somewhat okay, but I highly doubt that.
Okay, I will start off the narration. Scene 1, abandoned cabin, night. Very descriptive. Straight to the point.
Straight to the point, not very descriptive. This would not be a professional script at all.
The room is dimly lit by a flickering oil lamp. Dust particles float in the air. A large, ornate mirror stands against the wall, its surface grimy and smudged. Now we're going to go on to the actual talking part, so yeah, have fun judging us severely.
Yes.
Claire, this is what you dragged me all the way out here for? An old mirror? You could have just sent me a picture, Elliot.
It's not just a mirror, Claire. It's her mirror.
Oh no, not another ghost story.
People say it belonged to Margaret Langley, the widow who killed herself. Supposedly, anyone who looks into it at midnight sees her.
And then what? She gives you a coupon for therapy.
I wish. I'm serious. The last owner sold it because his daughter wouldn't stop screaming at it. And before that, a guy smashed every mirror in his house after staring into this one. Claire studies Elliot's expression, realizing he believes every word.
Fine. Midnight. Let's get this over with.
Scene 2, same room, midnight. The oil lamp now casts along eerie shadows. The wind howls outside, rattling the cabin's wooden beams. Claire and Elliot sit side by side, staring at the mirror.
Midnight. Time for the big reveal. Nothing's happening.
Just wait.
In the mirror, a figure begins to take shape. A woman in a black dress with hollow eyes. Her head tilts unnaturally as if studying them. Claire. Is that?
No. Margaret? Wait, where are we? No, wait. We messed up.
Retake.
The mirror begins to riffle through the glass, liquid. Claire leans forward, her her being a skeptic, melting into fascination.
Is this some kind of trick? A projector?
No.
In the mirror, a figure begins to take shape, a woman in a black dress with hollow eyes. Her head tilts unnaturally as if studying them. Is that
Margaret.
Suddenly, the woman in the mirror smiles, revealing a row of sharp, jagged teeth. The oil lamp extinguishes, plunging the room into darkness.
Scene 3. Darkness. Moments later.
Oh my God. ChatGPT is so serious. You can tell it was made more for essays than creativity.
Yeah, this is nothing. This is like standard script that you can edit to make into a better script.
This is like first draft rough.
Yeah,
Like from brain to page in notes.
it's the fact that it goes straight from plunging the room into darkness, scene 3, darkness, moments later. So it's not even like the same moments that this is happening. This is like moments later. Anyway. Please do not create scripts on using ChatGPT. Okay, right. Heavy breathing fills the room. Claire fumbles with a lighter, sparking it to life. The flame flickers, revealing Elliot standing frozen in front of the mirror.
Elliot, what are you doing?
Elliot turns to her, his eyes wide and glassy. His voice comes out strange, as though right, I can't do this. As much as I'm an actor, I can't layer two voices on top of mine, so pretend there is. Layered with another's. She's beautiful, isn't she? It's just the story. What? Elliot, stop. Elliot's hand shoots out, grabbing Claire's wrists. His grip is unnaturally strong. So distorted voice. She wants you to see her. Claire struggles, managing to pull free. She grabs the oil lamp, smashes it against the mirror. The mirror cracks but doesn't shatter. Instead, the cracks glow faintly, and Margaret's laughter echoes from all directions. Scene 4. Outside the cabin. Dawn. Oh my god. So moments later, and then now all of a sudden, we went from midnight to now dawn.
Oh my god.
But still in the same time frame, by the way. Right, I'm reading a little bit ahead, but it turns into Margaret's voice and not Elliot's. So I'm gonna
Do you want me to narrate this bit?
I can't. Let's stop.
Hey! Claire stumbles out of the cabin, covered in soot and blood. She clutches.
Where does the soot come from?
I don't know.
We've skipped like this major climax scene. Gone straight into she's running away, getting out of it.
She clutches a shard of the broken mirror in her hand, her face pale and expressionless. Behind her, the cabin is quiet. As she catches her breath, a faint reflection of Margaret flickers on the shard she's holding. Margaret's voice whispers,
"You can't break me."
Claire drops the shard, staring at it with wide eyes as it lands upright in the dirt, still reflecting Margaret's hollow gaze. Fade to black.
The end.
What the heck was that?
Right, ignoring the fact that I said 2 characters and it ended up being 3 characters, technically, in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, it's a rough draft of what a short film would make, especially since we know, because we have started writing short films.
Mm-hmm.
Third of all, there's this it's like this big chunk of missing scene has just not happened.
I mean, like, what happened to Elliot, for example?
Yeah, like, Elliot's just disappeared.
From the script entirely, gone.
Yeah. There is no sign of, like, oh, she had to kill him, whatnot. Or, like, even Margaret's not even, like, possessing him anymore. And then the distorted voice, but also saying, oh, the voice is layered. So how distorted? Are you still supposed to sound like Elliot? Or whatnot?
I know what comes to mind. For me, I picture it's obviously Elliot's voice, but then it's layered with a woman's voice as well. So it's like, you know, two voices speaking at the same time.
See, that makes sense. But the saying it's layered and then saying distorted Elliot's voice.
Yeah. So you could see the basic idea, but like I said earlier, this is basically brain to page, and not even just page. It is in note form, bullet points.
Yeah, it's not even like a long script either. It's like this, and it was like literally like beginning, middle, end,
and middle was missing its climax.
Yeah,
because you kind of started going there, and then it just kind of went across and back down again.
Yeah, it had the problem, and then that's it. Problem, end.
We were missing a lot of the gory details, which whoever is a horror fan in the first place, that's specifically what they're looking for.
Yeah, all we got was like Margaret was a widow. Okay. But scratch over that, the fact that she's in the mirrors. No. So anyone that looks in the mirror, that's it. So she's a widow, but then she is somewhat type of a Bloody Mary because she's obviously inhabiting the mirrors.
Yeah, but we don't even know why.
Yeah, exactly. We just know that if you look in the mirror for too long, you become insane.
Basically.
And then Elliot kind of just disappears out of the script completely. There's no, if your favourite character's been written out of the show, that's it. You'll obviously be upset. Like, if these characters are we meant to feel sympathy for, one, we are not getting any sympathy for them already. We've just kind of met them, that's it. There's no sympathy towards them. Two, Elliot's missing. Somehow, we don't know how. And then she ends up covered in soot when leaving the cabin. That's a completely different time from what's actually happening.
Yeah, because even if you look at the fact that she says about smashing the oil lamp, that's oil that still wouldn't have her covered in soot.
Yeah.
It doesn't mention the fireplace or anything like that.
No, it's literally just like, cabin in the woods. So
oil
standard.
Lamps.
So it's just a standard horror film esque of cabin in the woods with a haunted mirror who's pretty much a Bloody Mary, but we don't know why she's a Bloody Mary. She's a widow, but she makes people insane by looking in the mirrors.
Another thing is obviously Claire isn't into the supernatural. We gather that.
Yeah.
As where Elliot is. But obviously because of their relationship as brother and sister, Claire agrees to go along for the sake of Elliot. So then why would she then just later on turn around and just bolt without even trying to check on Elliot?
Yeah, like even in the actual film, The Cabin in the Woods, I thought they were brother and sister, but apparently they're not. But like the main character woman and then the stoner, they literally like are the last two on Earth and everything until obviously. Sorry, spoilers. I mean, this film has been out for how long now, so spoilers shouldn't matter. But anyway, yeah, and the whole it's just literally them two. So she literally went back and saved him. He went back and saved her. So it would make sense if Elliot was to be the one to save Claire. Like, oh, she's dead. That's it. Blah 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 blah. He comes in and actually saves her from the possession of Margaret. Why Margaret?
But that's the thing. Elliot is the one that ends up possessed, but then all of a sudden, Margaret's back in the mirror again, in the shard, following Claire. And we hear nothing more of Elliot. Like, you know, now that he's been possessed, has his insides been fried by having the spirit inside? Has he dropped dead? Is he just unconscious? Why did Claire run?
Was it like a symbiote situation where the body rejected him? There's no clue. We just have nothing.
So, if anyone is like really into like creating creative stuff, I would use ChatGPT for a basic idea outline.
Yeah, like we, as creative minds, for me, sometimes my brain doesn't go into page. Like, I can picture everything. Like, when we were planning like our short film, which is also how we started the podcast and everything, I literally blurted out to Shan, like, randomly in one night, just went, right, I've got an idea for a film, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, right, I'm going to have to do this in GIFs, because I can't write things. I can't put my brain onto a piece of paper like writing. Drawing is a different story. This is where I had problems with like my college things, because you had to explain why you chose this. I went, I don't know. I thought of it. That was it.
And so you then sent them over to me, and then we talked about it, and you explained as best you could, and then I worked out scenes.
Yeah, so we got the basic scenes, we got the basic storyline. Then I actually used ChatGPT, which I sent you the first scene of what we kind of wanted. And then I was like, yeah, it kind of got the idea, but now we can get another basic idea of like how our characters are going to be personality wise, like adding the personality, adding the sympathy, adding this, like, because you want to sympathize with the characters, because otherwise there's no point of a film. There's no point of a series, there's no point of a film. You got to feel, even if it's the worst character in the world, the way you know you've got made a good character is if people either feel sympathy for it or pure hatred.
Yeah, or it's a very lovable character where someone's like, you know what, I just love her.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
Like, you have no explanation of why you love her, you just love her. Like, that, or him. Like, that is the whole point of a film. And if you do not feel sympathy, especially in a horror film, if you do not feel sympathy for the main characters, you're watching them getting turned up, watching them, like, get grilled or whatnot, and you're just like, cool.
That's the thing. With any film, whether it's horror or something else, you need to find a way to get the film viewers to connect with at least one of the characters, whether that's they connect with the villain for, you know, like being outside of norms or rejected by society or whatnot.
Like the Joker. Like the film Joker with Joseph Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
That is a beautiful film to sympathise with a villain.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, then you have the Suicide Squad version of the Joker,
which is where people actually ended up liking him for being more romantic and more doing anything for Harley, more specifically.
Yeah. And then you have Heath Ledger's Joker, who I'm pretty sure everyone's favourite Joker is Heath Ledger.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's such a good Joker, because it mixes the sympathy, the lovable, and a little bit of the hatred all together. Because
not only that, he was entertaining because you you simply just could not predict what he was going to do. So it was something you wanted to watch out for. It put you on the edge of, well, what is he going to do?
And that scene when he's in that nurse's outfit, when he's about to blow up the hospital, walking away, and it doesn't work at first, that makes it more funny. That is the whole point of the Joker, because the Joker is meant to be a clown. He's the clown prince of crime. And as all of the Jokers have done, like all the actors that do the Jokers have done a brilliant job in different territories.
Yeah, speaking of which, we got little Joseph Quinn right here.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh,
Joseph
yeah.
Quinn. I don't know what else we got. We obviously got Pennywise. Pennywise we just hate. Well, he's a lovable character because he's funny.
Pennywise, the
dancing clown. We love Pennywise because he's brilliant. Like, you're supposed to hate Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger's, how do I put this nicely? Child
killing psychopath.
Yeah. Who has fascination with children.
Haunting their dreams.
Yes. We're supposed to hate Freddy Krueger, and we do. And then we get happy when he dies in the end of every single film.
you feel the relief knowing like he's not around anymore. That's the whole point. You
Yeah,
have to feel a form of connection somewhere, somehow.
yeah. With like Freddy Krueger, there's no redeeming qualities with him, so we're happy that he goes at the end. And it's like Ghostface, you don't know who it is, so you get this connection with all these characters, and then all of a sudden, surprise, that's the person you're supposed. That's the one.
Thing. When you don't know, you then watch out. You're so engrossed trying to analyze every detail, because the one thing any film goer likes to do in a whodunit scenario is to try and figure out who the killer is before it's revealed.
Exactly that. And that's why certain horror films are peak cinematography, perfect films, lovable characters, everything else. And then you have some that just, well, oh well.
I mean, it was fun to watch the blood and everything, but that's kind of it, really.
Yeah, literally watching my favourite thing is watching Saw and watching like the graphics. Like, I love obviously the Saw films. I love them, but the gore in it gets better every single one, and I'm so sad they cancelled the next one.
I know, it's just coming up with the different machines and different ways of trying to punish someone. Like, literally, it's insane. You'd think, oh, well, I've kind of seen everything now. The next one would come out and it'd be a new contraption with something completely different. You're like, oh my god.
Oh my god. And then, like, even the actors doing their own stunts makes it so much better. Yes.
So basically, ChatGPT, if we had to rate it out of 10?
I would say a 3, only because, 1, there's no creativity, which is the whole point of a script. 2, it's not final draft whatsoever. And 4, it's missing a huge story plotline. Even if it's a sub-plot line, you need a sub and a main.
Yeah, well, plot number 4 for this, I would say it's the fact that you put it in, you were like, horror script, 2 people. And it ended up, if it was an actual script you'd use, you'd end up having to use 3 actors, so it didn't quite meet your requirements of what you had typed in either.
Exactly. And to be fair, I didn't say anything about gender, so the gendered side of it is a completely different story. I should have put 2 females, but that's another story for another day. But the fact that I've just put short horror film, 2 characters, but you needed a 3rd one.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to do 2 characters and make it horror, the best way it would be one-on-one.
Well, yeah.
You'd have your killer or your ghost or your whatever was the bad side, and then you would have your victim.
Yes. 2. But if you guys enjoyed it, we can always do another one again.
Maybe when we can actually look at this a little bit more seriously.
Yeah, and hopefully maybe a little bit more filled out.
Yeah, a little bit more meat on the bone, they say.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I mean, come on, chat. AI, come on.
So, if you do want to see more, you do have to let us know. Maybe we can end up doing some, I don't know. Oh, it'd be funny if we did, a Dracula love story.
Dracula love story. We can try and go out of our comfort zone, do comedy.
You are my dead wife.
You are my dead wife. You have risen from the dead.
You have come back to me, fiction. That's Chapman. But yes, if you'd like to see any more stuff like that, then please do consider giving us a follow or a thumbs up and joining our little spooky family.
Especially on pretty much YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, and podcasts.
So hopefully you'd like to see more of our content. If you think you got a great idea, do put it down in the comment. But otherwise,
we will catch you in the next one. See you later, guys.
Ciao.